How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is safe and having a wonderful day. It's almost 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you probably already heard, I had to come on here and tell the story, and I'm pretty sure you all heard it. You know, Twitter is just being like ridiculous already, and you know what? Um, this is about T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach. They're the co-host of Good Morning America. And I'm pretty sure that everybody knows what's going on because it seems like the world, or let's say America too, is becoming uh, all about drama. So when drama hits, everybody just gets curious and involved, you know, instead of just going on with their lives and doing their thing. Well, it turns out that ABC News pulled them off the air. And you know what? I had to say something because I totally disagree. And I'll tell you why I disagree is because of what Kim Godwin, the president of ABC News, said. She made an announcement. I'm going to read it to you. And this is the announcement that really made me think about the whole thing. She said that the relationship between the two on-air personalities who co-anchored Good Morning America 3 together was not in violation of company policy. Okay, she didn't say how long the hosts will be off the air or whether they're going to return or not, to the program, which, everybody knows that this is a very popular show. It's a very popular, Good Morning America is a huge franchise. So she also didn't mention whether they're going to get paid or not, and that just left a bad taste in my mouth. And the only thing that she also commented was, I'm asking that we stop whispering about it in the hallways. That brings me back to elementary school. Really, whispering in the hallways, in the workplace. I mean, are we adults or kids? Because, why pull them off the air? And I'll tell you, this is why. I tell you that I don't believe they should be pulled off the air. Okay? Because they admitted they have been close friends for many years. But, they started this relationship only in the past 2 months. In other words, a few months ago, they started the relationship. They figured, hey, man, they're still getting separated. They're separated from their spouse around August. They didn't tell anyone, not even ABC or probably their close friends. And they were waiting until they were both divorced in order to continue, hanging out together and stuff like that, like in public. Now, what happened is, of course, somebody saw them, and then all of a sudden they were following them, taking pictures and all that of their affair. But you don't know the whole story. Nobody knows the whole story. What you hear, what you see is that they were waiting to get divorced. It's not like, basically, I feel like they didn't cheat on their spouses. They didn't. They were already getting divorced. They're adults. They made decisions. Unfortunately, because of who they are, people recognize them in the street. They didn't hold hands in the street that I saw. I heard they were holding hands in a car, in a vehicle. They took pictures of it, or they were in a bar, or they were away on a trip together. So they followed them. They violated their privacy, people, just to get a story, And now the president of ABC News pulls them off the air. I totally disagree with that. You know, um, why? Let me see. Let me read this because uh, this is what really this is why I'll tell you why they pulled him off. You know, it's she said that the relationship has become an internal and external distraction. So that's what they're worried about. That's what ABC News is worried about. You know, that the workplace, it's been a distraction the whole time, and she got tired of it. So let me pull him off the air. Now, of course, they didn't make, uh, TJ Holmes and Amy, Robach didn't make any comments because what comments are they going to make? You know, they're probably going to sue ABC, right? Because Miss Godwin admitted right here, that it's not a violation of company policy. So why are you doing it? You're doing it because, people are writing about it, negativity in all the social media. You know what? People are going to write about negativity. If you write something and say, hey, I like blue, somebody's going to rip you apart and say, you know what? I don't like blue. I like pink. And I like pink because of this, and start calling you all these names. That's how it is now. It's like people don't respond on Twitter with a positive note anymore. It's always a negative thing. Elon Musk, for instance, the things that he writes on Twitter is causing drama. It's causing people to go back to Twitter, and see what he's doing. Hey, that's a businessman, He's trying to get people to go back on Twitter, so, and it's working. It's working. People are going back to Twitter, and the numbers are up, right? That's what he wants. He wants the numbers to go up. He wants people to go back on Twitter. People continue saying, hey, I'm going to leave Twitter, but they don't. I laugh every time. If you're going to leave Twitter, leave Twitter. Don't stay on and lie and just BS people. If you are going to leave Twitter, leave it. And that's that. I use Twitter. I see people what they write. I don't comment. I leave positive posts and leave, And sometimes when I leave a positive post, I get some idiot out there that decides to write a negative all the time. I don't pay no mind. Just, just let it slide. Let them talk. Let them vent, because all it is just negativity, man. Stay away from all the negative. If Elon Musk wants to, he's in it for the money. Yeah, he bought it for $44 billion. But once he makes his money, I'm pretty sure he's going to dump it, He'll make his money back and more so. Because you know what? The guy is too brilliant to be on Twitter. I'll be honest with you, to take the time and just, be there. I don't know how he has the time with, Tesla, and he's got SpaceX and all this going on. He must not sleep. What does he do? Lay in bed with his phone and just tweet all the time? I don't know. I don't know. I find that kind of weird, that he's doing all that. I think he wants to make Twitter better. He's trying to figure it out, so let him figure it out. I think he's causing drama to get people to come back to Twitter, and honestly, it's been working, right? It's been working. So God bless him. But I really think that once he's satisfied and everything, he gets Twitter to be working the way he wants it to work, I think he's just going to sell the company to someone else or whatever and just move on and go on his merry way. I want to know what your comments about all this, because you know what? If you can't, how do I say this? You know, being a businessman, and working on the set. Um, First of all, with me, I don't date people at work. You know, and I did a long time ago. I dated somebody. Now, mind you, the person was single. I was single, and the president of the company came up to me, and I was an engineer at that time, and said to me, "Hey, you're gonna have to break up. You can't have this in the office." Now, it was a different time. It was in the '90s, so it were different rules then, and so you could argue the fact that it's my personal life and I could do anything I want, but when it comes to the company, they're afraid that something might happen and they're going to be sued. So now, years later, in 2022, ABC News, they say it's a distraction and it's not a violation of company policy, but maybe they're afraid that something's going to happen between them two. And then, I don't know, they're going to blame ABC News or something. Who knows? I think it's kind of ridiculous. One has nothing to do with the other. They're grown people. They're adults. They're both getting a divorce. They were seeing each other secretly. They didn't tell anybody, So I don't think they should be suspended. What are your comments out there in the world? Let me know, please. I'd love to know what your comments out there. I already know what Twitter has to say. I want to know what everyone else has to say because I'm just curious. Do you agree with ABC News that you should suspend them? Because I don't know. Reading it makes me look like they're going to get rid of them, period. And I don't think that should happen. Or maybe they're going to wait till they get divorced and then, let them back in. Who knows? I don't know. But I'd like to know what your comments are. Anyway, God bless. Have a beautiful day. And just remember, when you send a comment, try to be positive about it. Even there's a way of writing if you disagree in something. You can write it in a good way, and just base your opinion. That's it. But you don't need to, say it in a mean, negative way, And the person then who answers needs to also state their opinion in a positive way. This way, there's not an argument and doesn't get all this drama, No need for it, no need for it. Anyway, God bless. Peace out. Love you all.